Hello everyone who's joining me for the conversation. I actually am working on a video to kind of define that term, so that's coming soon. Uh-oh, I hear a cat. We've got cats everywhere, so if you happen to see a cat run through the frame, consider it my gift to you. Today I want to conduct a little tiny bit of a thought experiment. And the purpose of this is to help you, it helped me, kind of see myself in a slightly different way, if at all possible. So, in order for this thought experiment to be easier for you, I think it would help if you were able to put yourself in a place that's free of distractions, or as free of distractions as possible. So if you're watching this video right now and you're not in a place like that, or you can't sort of go inside of some noise-canceling headphones and sort of lock yourself into a protected space, then I would say pause this video and come back to it at a time when you can kind of carve out a bubble for yourself, because this is going to require some silence and some focus on your part. So I'm going to leave a chapter marker here on the YouTube video to make it easier to get back to this spot. For now, if you're not in a good place, go ahead and stop the video and get yourself in a better spot. If you are in a good place, we'll go ahead and continue from here. Okay. Now that you're in a calm, distraction-free environment, I want you to just try to settle down. Try to relax. If you can, focus on the sound of my voice. Maybe close your eyes even. And just do your best to relax. Just breathe out. And then breathe in. And then out. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Just settle. So the name of this thought experiment is, do you have ideas? A lot of people get really precious about their ideas, about their beliefs. The question right now is not whether this person is right or that person is wrong. The question we're asking ourselves is, do we have ideas? Do we have beliefs? Or are we saying that we do and maybe something else is going on? If you're curious, follow along. The idea of I am entitled to my ideas, I am entitled to my thoughts, I am entitled to my beliefs, especially in Western American culture, is very burned in as a fundamental human right. And we fight for it, and we rage against each other in order to maintain a space for my ideas, my beliefs. And so I want to explore the nature of that experience with you right now. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to close your eyes and try to zero in on a particular belief that you have, which I would say can't be proven to other people necessarily. If it could be, you would have proven it already. One easy place for a lot of people to start would be their belief about a particular religious tradition. They think this particular religion is the right religion, for example. You can't necessarily prove that to anyone, but you believe it with everything in you, okay? And by the way, the point of this experiment is not to challenge that belief directly. I'm not trying to call out your spirituality so that I can attack it here in a minute. I actually want you to comfortably find something that you just believe down at your core. So I want you to find something that you believe deeply like that. And go ahead and close your eyes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a timer. And it's a 20-second timer. And the thing that I want you to do in this time, and I know that right when I say this, there's a part of you, some of you, that's going to be feeling very resistant to what I'm about to say, but just hear me out for a moment. It's a thought experiment because it's a challenge to see where your limits lie, okay? So I want you to take this thing that you believe so deeply, Bring it into the front of your mind and hold it front and center and just sort of look at it. Now I'm going to start the timer here in a moment, 20 seconds. And the challenge is this: as soon as you possibly can, inside of that 20 seconds, I want you to try to stop believing that thing completely. Become an unbeliever. That doesn't mean renounce your faith. It means stop believing it's real. Imagine that it's not real. You maybe were confused, or you've been dreaming this whole time and you woke up and, oh, that wasn't real. So if you can, it's a trick of the brain. Try to stop believing that thing for as long as you can inside of 20 seconds. And so the challenge is two parts here. First, as soon as I hit start, as quickly as you are able, try to stop believing that thing. And then, with whatever time remains on the timer, try to hold that unbelief. Now, as soon as the timer goes off, you can take a deep breath and believe that thing again, right? I just want to see if you can stop believing it for any period of time. Okay. Are you ready? 20 seconds begins now. Okay, that's the timer. How did that go? Were you able to stop believing it, even for 1 second? If you were able to stop believing it, how long were you able to hold on to that? And also, if you say you were able to stop believing it, are you being entirely honest? Were you able to stop believing it? One thing that I thought about was that my children are important people in my life. For me, I think maybe I wouldn't even call it a second. I could conceptually think that maybe they aren't, but I couldn't personally actually stop believing that they are. I don't know about you. What was your experience? Were you able to stop believing something that you deeply, deeply believe? For any moment, even a fleeting moment, just sort of take a note for yourself about what that was like for you. Now we're going to do a second little experiment. Different from that, but important nevertheless. So I'm going to run the 20-second timer one more time. And this time when I start the timer, I want you to not think any thoughts at all. No thoughts. Now, I happen to know that a lot of you will still have thoughts popping into your brain, so this will be difficult to do. As soon as I hit the timer, have your hands ready, close your eyes, and don't think anything. But as soon as a thought pops into your head, any thought at all, even what am I doing, or how many fingers am I holding up yet, or any thought at all. And these thoughts, by the way, don't have to be profound. They could be, I have an itch on my knee, or did I turn the stove off this morning? If a thought enters your mind, toss up a finger, and then clear your mind again and wait. Okay? I want to see how many thoughts might pop up in 20 seconds. Okay? So here we go. Close your eyes. Get your hands and fingers ready. Get ready to clear your mind in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that's the timer. I don't know if you were watching me. My fingers started popping up. I'm making a video right now. I mean, I'm thinking about the camera, I'm thinking about the timer, I'm thinking about all this stuff. So I started throwing up fingers, and then if you weren't watching, hopefully you weren't, hopefully you were doing your side of this, I just was kind of like, ugh, because, I mean, it was hopeless for me. How many thoughts did you have? Did you have any? Were you able to be thought-free for 20 seconds? And if not, what's your number? What did you crash into? What did you figure out? I think that if a lot of us are being honest with ourselves, we will own the fact that it's incredibly hard for us to control whether we are having thoughts or not. And, based on that first little thing we did, it's incredibly hard to let go of something we feel like we believe or know once it has made its way into us and has settled and almost cemented as a belief or a conviction. Now, going back to this idea that your thoughts are somehow rare, you don't find thoughts like these out there very much. And so therefore, because they're rare, they are precious. And because they are precious, and I identify with them personally so much, they must be protected at all costs. They are my God-given right to have. But do you have ideas? Or do ideas have you? Do you really have beliefs? If you can't stop believing them? Or do your beliefs have you? Is your inner space rare? I don't get thoughts very often, so when I get them, I must protect them rabidly at all costs. Or is it a flood of noise from which you pick and choose what you like, and maybe you suffer with all the other stuff you don't like? Who knows? We all kind of wrestle with that inner thing in different, unique ways. As you go about your life today, this week, as you walk around with your head held high and your chest puffed out, and I don't care what side of any conversation you're on, this is something that is important for all of us to think about and hold. When we're walking around cocksure and headstrong, that the essence of our inner life, in particular our thoughts and ideas and beliefs, are somehow themselves holy, sacrosanct, righteous, when in fact, in a mere matter of 20-second blocks, we discover that our mind is a bucking bronco, that we are in fact not in control of at all. We are at its mercy. Isn't that interesting? I don't have a sermon here. I don't have a point. I just wanted you to see that. And I want that to bug you, like that's bugged me. I want that to make you curious again. I want that to give you at least a little more room to feel a little less horny for your own thoughts. A little more room to feel a little less horny for your big ideas. A little more room to say, I still believe what I believe, but I get the point that once something becomes a belief, once something is no longer able to be just flipped off inside of me, that could be problematic, especially if the belief was itself entirely misguided or was filled with lots of mistakes. How would you ever get in there and update a belief? How would you ever get in there and update an idea when in fact it is the beliefs and the ideas that seem to be driving us? Do you have ideas? Do you have beliefs? Or do they have you? Thanks for joining me. Leave a comment, hit subscribe. I want to know what this was like for you. Yeah, I'm curious. Let me know. Thanks.